Hey girlies, don't you want to see Dylan Carlino live? He's on tour. Go and see him. Here are his tour dates. Eugene, Oregon, August 28th. Seattle, Washington, August 29th through the 31st. Toronto, September 5th through the 6th. Houston, Texas, September 19th and 20th. Oklahoma City, October 30th through November 1st. Phoenix, Arizona, November 6th through the 8th. Richmond, Virginia, November 14th and 15th. Appleton, Wisconsin, November 28th and 29th. Austin, Texas, December 18th through the 20th. Louisville, Kentucky, January 9th and 10th. Fort Wayne, Indiana, January 22nd through the 24th. Tacoma, Washington, January 30th and 31st. Spokane, Washington, February 1st. And Tulsa, Oklahoma, January 5th through the 7th.
If I was a girl, I'd run the city, kissing boys in the street, hiking up my mini. Back in high school, would have been the girl to beat. Football player's number on my cheek, cheating on him with his best friend Pete. Small town moms calling me fast, but I rode him slow in the backseat. It would have been a blast, feeling girly and Shirley. You know all of this is made up, cause I'm just a gay guy who's a little high, feeling a little girly, feeling a little girly.
Welcome to Feelin Girlie. I'm your host, Dylan Carlino. Hi, girls. Welcome to the Feelin Girlies podcast, my tier 1 and tier 2 girlinos. Thank you for listening so much. I'm still here in Portland. We are back with Randall. Randall is drinking water, but say hi, Randall.
Hey.
Everybody was saying that Randall sounded really sexy.
Okay.
The girls were saying that. They are mentally ill. And
I'm glad. It means nothing to me.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that it means everything to me. Just to let you guys know, when you comment on my appearance that I am good looking, it means even if you're a woman, I don't care. You know, you guys know I'm open to MMF. Probably not with the girls who listen to this podcast, but I, am open. And I have had some experience, which, I talk about on stage a lot. I just got back from Nashville. I spent the weekend in Nashville doing shows. Thank you to everybody who came out to the Nashville shows. Those were some of my favorite shows I've done on this tour so far. Nashville is a beautiful city filled with Christian Republicans, and was very happy to serve the masses of Christian Republicans. You know what's so funny about Nashville is that the shows went really well, except for about 40 minutes in, I do a joke about Christianity where girls who were dying laughing the whole time looked like they were going to start crying when I said Christianity is fake, which is like, I don't know if Christianity is fake. I don't know if anything's fake. We're in a simulation, in my opinion. But, it was just funny to watch you laugh at every single thing. And then when I said Christianity was fake, it was like girls, like their hearts dropped. And I was like, oh, do we have a lot of Christians here? And then somebody afterwards was like, yeah, this is the Bible Belt, babe. Like everybody's Christian here. And I was like, oh, it's so funny. But Nashville was cute. It was really, really clean. It was really pretty. I didn't have like the greatest time off stage. I splurged on a really nice hotel, which that's been my new thing on the road. Cause I went from absolutely, as everybody knows, no money whatsoever to being able to afford nicer hotels. And I stayed at a really nice hotel, and people were like, are you going to do anything in Nashville? I'm like, no, I'm getting my money's worth at my hotel. I'm spending my time at the 1-bedroom suite that they upgraded me to. Please know I'm not leaving here. But the Nashville shows were so fun. They were incredible. There was a girl there who flew from London to be at the show. That's what the most magical thing about my career has been as going on the road, is that the amount of girls that I meet who are traveling long distance to come to it's like honestly such an honor that, every single show somebody comes up to me and they're like, I drove 4 hours. I had another girl who had gorgeous pink hair who drove from Memphis, and actually her and the London girl became friends and they went out afterwards. I was going to meet you guys out if you listen to the podcast. I can't remember. But I was too tired and I had to go to bed. That's the other thing. Sometimes I do go out with the girls and the fans, but sometimes it's like I get to the shows at like 6:00 and then I don't leave the venue after doing 2 hours and meet and greets for both shows. I don't leave until like after midnight a lot of the times. So then it's really hard, especially if it's a travel day. Like I almost never go out on Fridays because if you want to go out with me, your best chance is to come out the second night and hope that I don't have an early morning flight. Because I was going to go out on Friday night, but it was like I had just traveled to Nashville. It was like a 4.5 hour flight. And then, it's basically like 6 hours worth of work when you boil it down. And then I'm like, I have to go back to my hotel room. I got addicted to watching the edits on TikTok, which are you a Star Wars person?
Here and there.
So I remember watching the prequels when I was a kid.
Sure,
the episodes
same.
1, 2, and 3. I saw them in the theaters, but I must have literally been in like 2nd grade, 5th grade. Like I was young when I saw them.
Yeah.
And I have been getting all of the, and I'm sure all the girls right now are being like, I know our gay friend Dylan is not talking about Star Wars on his Feelin Girlie podcast. Wake up, bitch. I am. Okay.
Gays can like Star Wars too.
Yeah, but
y'all.
you know what? I've been watching the edits. What got me was I got getting edits on TikTok of Anakin and Obi-Wan. But it's like playing Phoebe Bridgers music in the background. And so it's like Phoebe Bridgers being like, "Do you feel ashamed?" with Obi-Wan being like, "Anakin, I'm sorry." And Darth Vader being like, "Anakin's dead, Obi-Wan." I'm like tearing up thinking about it. And so I started watching the prequels and I was like, oh my God, these are actually incredible. And I'm watching the Revenge of the Sith tonight.
Okay.
And I'm very I saw a comment from a girl being like, she's like, "I'm okay, I'll watch Revenge of the Sith, but this time he won't change." And I was just like, oh, this is great. I'm sure all these girls right now are like, please stop talking about, but I am watching a lot of Star Wars. I actually have been feeling very inspired by Star Wars. I've been calling myself Anakin, that I'm the Anakin of the comedy world.
Sure.
Especially when I was in Portland because I was truly on the dark side. That I think about that all the time. Like I feel like we all have special powers, and in my own opinion, we all have like our own, I think my power is, and I've gone to the dark side with mine. And I always say the Portland was my darkest. I like ascended into darkess here.
Well, this is where you killed all those kids.
Yeah. Where I forget that Anakin killed all those kids. Just like the open micers.
You're just slaughtering prospective
emotionally slaughtering open micers.
Oh yeah.
Although every time I talk to people about my time in Portland, and I think I make it sound so much worse than it actually was, just because to me it was so, even if it wasn't that bad to other people, it was like so out of line for my own character to be like that negative. I remember when I was here, I was feeling so negative about everything, which is funny because me and my roommates have been here for a month now, and we were having such a good time the first like 2.5 weeks. And the last week and a half, we've been like, I want to leave because as beautiful as it is, people here are negative. Like people here are pretty, like, it's not that I'm saying that like people are bad here, but like their outlook on the world.
They love complaining.
But it's not even just yes, I love complaining, but I can be like, but I believe that it's going to get better.
Right.
That's not here for some reason.
Oh, like so many people are like, "Oh yeah, you think there's going to be an election, you idiots?"
Yeah.
Like, how about we don't? How about we don't do that?
Also, I always say with Portland, and I really do believe this, is like, it's a city full of white people who have Black Lives Matter stickers all over everything that they own, and black people, you have no black friends. You know what I mean? Like, you have no black friends, and black people wouldn't like you.
Right.
It's like white liberal women being like, Black Lives Matter. It's like, you don't have a single black friend, which I'm not saying that I'm against the cause. Of course I'm with the cause, but like, you are so adamant about, protesting things, but it's like you are not even part of the culture. So it's like, it's like people who get involved in things that have nothing to do with them. Not saying that like you have to be, friends with black people to think Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? But it's just like it's like an annoyance of mine.
You should, if you get a chance, go see Eddington.
Oh, what's Eddington?
Eddington is the new Ari Aster movie.
Okay.
And it takes place during like March through May of 2020.
Okay. Here in Portland?
No. It takes place in a tiny little town in Tennessee, I think. And it's about the pandemic, like how people reacted to the pandemic. And one of the like small groups of characters is a group of white kids who like dive way headfirst into BLM protesting when George Floyd died.
Yeah.
But you can tell everything that they're saying is like super disingenuous and it's super performative.
That's what I mean. I'm glad you said it because I wasn't. Those are the words I was looking for that I didn't have armed and ready.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not a problem to be all those things, but here in Portland it feels very disingenuous.
Oh,
you know
very.
What I mean? It feels incredibly performative.
Yeah,
like they are more. It's as I always say, it's like people here are like will be like, free Palestine while they are stepping over homeless people and not giving them money here in the street. And that's, to me, it's like, I'm not saying you have to be one or the other, but here it's like aligning your values.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're pretending like you care about this group of people who are starving, meanwhile walking by people who are starving in front of you, and you're not giving them money. Why? Because they're drug addicts or because they're in front of your apartment. To me, it's very, it's like, it's very performative, and I really hate that. Yeah. And it just drives me nuts, and that's how I feel. And also, to be completely honest, the service here is incredibly slow. The servers we've gone to really nice restaurants while we've been here, and those servers have been incredible. But holy shit, the baristas here. You would think that when you walk in to order a coffee, that you walked in and spit in their face and said, "Get me a fucking coffee." Yeah. I mean, the other day, this is like the turning point where I was like, I need to leave, because I walked into a coffee shop and I'm like, now that I'm like 3.5 years sober, I'm like incredibly back to my old self. Like ever since I got sober, I've always felt like, oh, this is what I felt like at 17. Really positive. Like I want the best for other people. Sure, I complain a little bit. I can get into talking shit stuff, but like at the end of the day, I'm incredibly positive. Yeah. Even when I'm complaining, I always believe I have a lot of hope in my life, and I believe the best in people.
I could also I knew you when you were in the depths of it, right? Yeah. And I always saw that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what I mean when I say that I think people... Sometimes I think people here have a different understanding of me because they knew me when I was like in active addiction, and in my literal darkest phase of life. Like I if you ever watch the Vampire Diaries, which I feel like I have a big Vampire Diaries crossover fan base, but you know, it's like when I was here in Portland, it was like I was stepping with my humanity off. You know what I mean? It's like that's not who I really am, but here I had my humanity off for some reason, just like going through a lot of pain and stuff. But I walked into this place the other day, and I love chatting up with baristas. One of my favorite things in the world is really getting service workers laughing, having a good time. Yeah. Because I know that people are treating them like shit all day long, so I like to kind of brighten their mood. Yeah. And I walk in, and this guy, I stand there for 5 minutes at the counter. You know, whatever, I'm not going to complain. By the way, there's no one in line, and he's making one coffee. Doesn't even say hello. Now, I'm not somebody that's like, you need to be saying hello. But when you stand there for 5 minutes and they're not even acknowledging you, you're like...
Let's get an acknowledgement.
Yeah, all you have to do is like, you could literally be working and just be like, hey, we'll be right with you. Who cares? Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. Nothing. And so then he looks over at me and he's like, do you know what you want? I go, well, I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. I hope I know what I want. Right. And without like a second, he goes, were you going to tell me?
Whoa.
I go, did I fuck your boyfriend? I mean, like, what's your fucking problem with me?
God damn.
And so immediately I'm just like, okay, well, I hate this guy. And so then I tell him. And then he's like, all right. And he like flips his counter over, like, they're just going to ask you a couple of questions. Of course, it's the tip screen.
Right, of course.
And I love to tip. As somebody who's worked in the service industry my entire life, I had literally when I was 14 years old, I was a server. I mean, it's not a server. Could you imagine a 14-year-old server? I was not a server. Could you imagine a little 14-year-old coming over just like, hey, what do you guys want today? I actually love that. We should let 14-year-olds be servers.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be so much fun.
We condition them so fast.
Probably the hardest workers we have.
Yeah.
No, I was a busser 2 days a week at a restaurant in Lee, Massachusetts called Penioti's. And then 4 days a week, I was a dishwasher at the Morgan House. And those were my jobs. And I worked 6 days a week. I was breaking child labor laws so I can have two jobs because I was 14 and my family had no money. So I had...
It's Massachusetts.
It's Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Exactly. And I like had to pay for school clothes and things like that. And so I had to have money. And by like pay for things, I meant like I used to take all of my girlfriends out every single day for like lunch. I'd be like, let's go to lunch. It's on me because I was 14-year-olds making, you know, $600 a week. I was like, this is incredible.
Oh, you're rich.
Yeah, I was.
You are the 1%.
I spent $2,000 on school clothes my freshman year of high school after my summer. And literally I was like, by the way, when I say I spent $2,000 on school clothes, I did, but it was like literally I showed up to school with like a Hollister shirt that, by the way, I was way too tight on me. I looked like a silk stuffed sausage in this shirt and a pair of blue Hollister jeans, which once again, so tight with matching with my friend Nissa, who also had her white Hollister shirt. She looked incredible. She ended up dating a senior boy and a little skirt. So we matched on the first day of freshman year, which was very special.
Your gait's like 1.5 feet.
Yeah. And like my body was like, it was like, I couldn't even describe the shape of my body in this Hollister shirt. It was sickening to wear and to see. And that was me. And So I've been working in the restaurant industry, I'm 31 now. I've literally not had a job. I've been doing full-time comedy for 6 months. So 15 years in the service industry. And so I am a tipper. I tip. I over tip. I love giving someone a way bigger tip. You're never getting 20% from me. It's 25 or higher. And that's even when I was waiting tables. I've never given lower. This guy, are you going to tell me what you want? Oh, sure. He goes, here's a couple questions for you. I got an answer for you. Custom tip, 0. I go, you're not going to talk to me like I'm a fucking scumbag for ordering a coffee at 10 o'clock in the morning when you don't have a line.
Right.
I just thought that was insane. But hopefully, I'm sure he doesn't care. And also, I get it. I've been rude to people as well. And I said, stick it to me. I got it. Today, hey, you know what? Pat yourself on the back. You got me today. Yeah. You hurt my feelings. Okay? Yeah. If that's what you were looking to do, then I'm really proud of you. You did it. You hurt a customer, which I get because I've been rude to Paul Giamatti at my old job. But
he seems like he'd be a dick.
He was so nice. I didn't realize it was him. He was wearing a hat and he came up and ordered and he said, I'll just have a bagel. And I was really over my job. And I said, sorry, sir, we only serve what's on the menu. And he popped his head up. It was Paul Giamatti. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. We don't have bagels here. Guess what? Came back down the next day. Different hat. Didn't know it was him. Head still down. He tried to order something else off the menu. Said the exact same thing.
Hey, man. At least you're consistent.
I know. And then he looked at me. He kind of smirked the second time. And I was like, you got me. You got me again, Paul Giamatti. I don't know what to I was so rude at my last job. I totally get. I have two things. Whenever somebody is rude to me, I always think this is karma for how I was rude to hotel guests. Because I worked at the Gray Market at the Thompson Hotel in Austin, and it was a breakfast restaurant that was not owned by the hotel, but it was a part of the hotel.
Yeah.
So it was all hotel guests. And I don't know if you know anything about people who are paying $500 a night at a hotel.
Oh, I used to work in hotels too.
Yeah, they're fucking rude.
They are.
And so they are super rude. And I was so burnt out and it was such a bad job. I was so rude back to these people. It was crazy. So now whenever people are rude to me, I go, this is karma for how I treated people at that hotel. And I don't really care. The other thing is whenever someone's talking to me a lot about their breakup, I always think this is karma for how I talk to literally everybody about my breakup. For years, I was just like a mess talking about my breakup. And so I always think it's karma. Whatever you put out in the world, you will get back. Sure. Did you spend a year telling anybody who would listen about how a boy broke your heart? You will have so many of your friends go through breakups calling you in the middle of the night and you just have to say, it's my job.
So when do those meters get filled?
Good question. I actually think that I think my meter with breakup stuff is filled, and at this point we're at even. I think we're at even. Okay. With baristas and service, I think that I'm so nice to them now that I do think it's even. I think we're in an even playing field with almost everything.
Okay.
Funny enough, because I was talking about the breakup and we kind of mentioned it at the last episode which is, and I'm not going to go too much into detail because I wasn't really going to share it, but my ex, I'm sober. He is now sober.
Good.
And he went out to breakfast, just me and him, and then afterwards we went for a walk, and he actually made amends to me. And took accountability for all the things in our relationship that I guess I never expected to hear him say some of the things that he said, because I genuinely was felt so hurt in so many different ways of that relationship that when he was naming them and without me having to tell him what hurt me, I was like, whoa, you actually really thought about.
You did the work.
You did the work, and you he mentioned being cruel about my feelings, and I was like, oh my God, I did feel that way, but I didn't want to have to tell you that.
Yeah.
And he just, every wound I had from that that relationship, and I do think that I've healed most of them, but I think I was carrying a slight resentment. It was still on my back walking around. And I can honestly say that after him giving me this amends and us having a full on conversation, because the thing about me and my ex was that so much of our relationship was unspoken with each other. I always joked that it was like Connell and Marianne from Normal People. It was two people who do not know how to communicate with each other and also too scared to actually express what's going on. And so for him to be able to express all of these things, I was like, oh my God. It definitely, any resentment that I had, in that moment, like completely went away. And I was like, okay, now we actually can be friends. Like we were trying to be friends or whatever for years. Which is like a couple of phone calls every single year or whatever. And, but now it feels like, oh my God, we can actually do this. Which you girls cannot be friends with your ex. You girls can't handle it. Me and my ex, we were friends for years before we started dating. So it's a completely different situation. Don't think because what I'm doing right now is something that you can do. I can handle my shit. You girls can't. I read your emails every single week. Don't text your ex being like, he's actually my friend. No, this is gay guy stuff and friendship stuff that you have no idea about. This is just for you to listen into the world. This isn't, me checking off. Oh, you can text your ex. It's different. Okay. Your ex cheated on you. Okay. Well, mine kind of did too, but it doesn't even matter. But that's because we were friends first. And I love his girlfriend. And so it's like all good. I got ice cream with them last night.
What'd you get?
We went to Cheese and Crack, and I got the Blueberry Crisp Sundae, which was absolutely incredible.
Okay.
Oh, but another barista story that I did want to tell you at my nice hotel that I was at. What are we at time-wise, by the way?
We are at 19.
Love that. We're going to go over to emails in just a second, but I did just have to share this because it was absolutely insane, and you'll probably see a video about this on my social media as well, which is I stayed at that really nice hotel in Nashville. Oh, by the way, shout out to Justin and Alex. Yeah, Justin and Alex, my gays who are at my Indianapolis show. I don't know if they listen to this podcast. I know they listen to Some of This Is Bad, my other podcast. They were gay guys who took me out in Indianapolis. They spent half their time in Nashville. They came to my Nashville show. They took me out again. I went to a gay bar. I only go to gay bars with my fans, Justin and Alex. They're incredible. I would actually call them friends now. And it was shout out to them. I love them so much. They're like such great guys. And we had such a good time. They brought all their gay friends to my show, which was like so sweet. Cool. I had a friend from high school at the Nashville show who's like low-key famous now. And I didn't realize she was coming to the show. She surprised me. And I like looked over and I was like, is that Raish? And I looked over and I was like, oh my God, Raish, I didn't even know you were coming. I love you so much. Raish is incredible. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. She just had a baby with Teddy Swims. But do you know who Teddy Swims is? Okay, one of the most famous singers right now. But so my friend had a baby with Teddy Swims and whatever. And so I'll announce it. It's not like it's a secret. Anyways, but we've been friends since high school, so that was really sweet. And also shout out, and I once again don't know if they listen to this podcast. I know they listen to the Some of This Is Bad podcast, but there was 2 other gay guys from the Chicago show I did, and they came to the Nashville show as well. And I was like, these gay guys are so sweet. George, and I forgot the other one's name. I'm so sorry. They were the hot guys from Chicago. Even hotter in Nashville. It was crazy. Anyways. I go down the day I was checking out at my nice hotel. And I'm going to keep saying nice hotel because I need you guys to know it was a nice hotel. It was, okay, I'll say it, the one hotel in Nashville. Look it up.
Also, affirm it for yourself.
I know. Well, that's
You've been working. Fucking talk about it.
I know. I keep being like, this is my new life.
Yeah.
Anyways, I go down because I thought I got a 3 p.m. checkout, whatever. I got a 1 p.m. checkout. Annoying. My flight's not till 4. I go down, like, oh, whatever. I'll get a coffee and sit there. There's a girl working behind the counter. I'm like, hey, I'm like a psycho. I want her to like me, so I'm joking. Mm-hmm. I go, I'm going to get a latte with an extra shot. I go, when you guys do the extra shots, though, are you giving 3 or are you giving 4? Because I know that it pulls 2 extra shots. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys do? Throw it away? Or like, because she was like, do you want 4? And I was like, yeah, I want all 4 shots. I go, isn't that crazy? And she looks me up and down and she goes, no, you're big.
No.
I went, big? Big? I'm big? No, and of course I was raised by women, so I don't react that way.
Right.
I wish I was a gay guy that was confronted, like can confront women and be like, oh, I'm big, bitch. You know what I mean? No. So I was like, yeah, with the classic girl approach to when something awkward happens. And then I go, yeah, thinking it's over. And she goes, no, you're like 2 people. You're like 2 people pushed into one. And I've gained a little bit of weight in the last couple of months, just to let everybody know. I've gained probably 20 pounds in the last couple of months, so I'm not feeling too hot. So she goes, you're like 2 people. And once again, I'm not trying to be a bitch, so I'm like, oh, I'm like 2 people, okay. Because I would have, sometimes people say big when they mean tall.
Right.
But then 2 people.
That's a lot.
But then she goes, no, you're like 2 mid-sized people.
Oh my God.
In one. I go, because she wanted to say, like, just in case you were thinking when I said that you looked like 2 people in one, you were thinking 2 small people in one. No. 2 mid-sized fat piece of shit Americans, push them together. That's you. You huge pig, is what I heard. And so then at this point, I'm like, all right.
How do you not hear that, though?
I
saying you're big and then going to clarify it twice.
To bigger.
To a random fucking person.
And you know what? I know everybody these days is all body positivity and everybody's beautiful. Fuck that. I want to be skinny. I've never been skinny. I want to be skinny. And if you guys have a problem with that, then I'm not going to talk about it too much, but that's my goal in life, is be skinny, have a ripped body, and when I take my shirt off, have guys and girls go, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Also, fucking same.
Yeah, also, and I know that we all struggle with our weights and we all have body issues, whatever. I'm saying what I want. You know what? Nobody ever says when somebody gets really, really jacked, they don't go, we shouldn't talk about it. It's inappropriate. No, everyone says you look incredible, but when you are like, I want to be skinny and thin and whatever.
They're like, no, stop. Like, stop. You're great.
No, I want to fuck hot people. I want to fuck hot guys with abs. I don't care about any of that. Okay, we have to move on because
we had this conversation last week.
I know, that's why I'm like, we have to end it. I just got pissed about the big comment, but I just had to throw that out there. Two mid-sized people, not two small people, but two mid-sized people put together, you're huge. Okay. At that point, I was like, give me my fucking coffee, you stupid bitch. But what, you can't control the universe, and maybe that was the big wake-up call that I needed. I am big. Anyways.
There's a difference between being a large stature human.
Yeah.
Like you are. Mm-hmm. You are a tall person. You have broad shoulders. There's a difference between that and just huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I look like Tammy from the 1,000-Pound Sisters.
I don't get that reference.
Okay. Well, then we have to move on. Okay, so I want to start with the emails. And also, thank you to everybody. Just to let you guys know, a quick shout out. This next month, August 28th, I'm going to be in Eugene, Oregon, doing a one-night show. And then the 29th through the end of the month, I'm going to be in Seattle. So if you guys are out there, I will see you then. Also, shout out to my Canadian girls. I'll be in Toronto as well next month. So
you're Eugene, right? Or Olsen Run?
Olsen Run. Yeah, I'm really excited for Olsen Run. Guys, come. I think it's selling kind of well. So if you are thinking about that or you know anybody, get tickets now. Okay, so I feel like I messed up last time. We moved over to the Patreon and I never actually read the Bridesmaid drama email. And so we're going to do that in this one and not save it for the Patreon because I screwed the Patreon listeners because I never actually did it. People were commenting, what about the Bridesmaid drama? So we're going to do it now. All right. Bridesmaid drama. Hi, Dylan. I'm loving the pod. Love Ariel and Josh. Love you. Hope you come to my city soon. Me too, girly. Okay, I'm a 28-year-old getting married at the end of the year. Oh, the bride wrote in. This is exciting. I'm the last of my friends to get married, so I've based all my bachelorettes, wedding festivities, etc. And I've had a blast doing all my things. Yes, it's expensive and there's drama and whatever, but I love participating in all the festivities for my friends. One of my bridesmaids I've grown apart from, but I was her maid of honor 2 years ago, so I felt obligated to at least ask her to be a bridesmaid in mine as we're still friendly and haven't had a falling out or anything. Side note, on the day of her wedding, she then dubbed me co-maid of honor with one of her bossy childhood friends who just started calling herself the maid of honor. I don't know if it was very awkward or weird. That is very awkward and weird. Yep. And yeah, I don't like that at all. I'm glad you didn't feel obligated to make her your maid of honor, and you were like, okay, because it makes you a sane person to be like, I'm still gonna have to be a bridesmaid, but not maid of honor. But you know that girls hang on to shit like that, and you know that regardless if she made you a co-maid of honor, which if I was a girl, I would not be a co-maid of honor. If someone was like, you guys are gonna be co-maid of honors, I'd be a bridesmaid. I'm fine with being a bridesmaid. I don't need to be maid of honor if it's gonna be sharing it with some other stupid bitch. Okay. So, now this girl is giving my maid of honor a hard time about paying to go on the bachelorette trip. She's saying she shouldn't be paying as much as everybody else because she's going to be late. I feel like me and my wedding are just a burden to her and it's become one-sided friendship anyways. I'm always driving to her, trying to make plans with her, etc. It's really hurtful because I see what she does for her other friends on social media, traveling to them, going on trips, etc. I will quickly say before we keep going, you really shouldn't be comparing yourselves on social media because it makes you feel a lot worse. I'm thinking of just sending her a super nice text to give her an out saying that I know that she has a lot going on and I don't want her to be stressed out. What do you think? Had to include some pics of me and my fiance and then one of the bridesmaids in question. Ooh, exciting. I love the pictures. All right, it's loading. While it's loading, I'll just quickly say, I think you are absolutely in your own right. Send the text because here's the thing. This is your wedding. I know you and this girl were really close friends. I know that you were her maid of honor. Then she dubbed you co-maid of honor, which is already weird. And it sounds like whatever weird feelings that she had towards you started a while ago. I'm going to go ahead and say that like something maybe happened or something. I don't know what happened during her wedding or leading up to the wedding, but it seems like right now she is being an incredibly reluctant friend, which happens. It happens all the time. I briefly cried at my hotel thinking about my old friend that I don't really speak to anymore the other day. Just a quick cry, not like a hysterical, just listened to this new band and some tears came down as I thought about her and how, you know, it's not the same and it will never be the same. And the thing about friendship is that happens all the time, and all you can do is hope the best for the other person, and that like maybe they'll come back. Maybe you guys will weave back into each other's lives. It seems like she doesn't want to be a part of your wedding, and you both are feeling this obligation. Send the text. It cannot, because then you'll really know. You can say like, hey, this seems like a lot for you, especially like once you get into the bachelorette trip, she doesn't want to pay as much, all this stuff. You do not want somebody around at your wedding, up and like at every single festivity, at every single event leading up to it, making it feel like a burden, because it's your day. Because here's the thing. It's like, I don't really care about weddings. I have no interest in being married. I think if I did get married, I wouldn't be like, this is my day. But like this, for some people, is such a big deal in your life. And if this is something that is like so meaningful to you, which I'm sure it is, and I didn't mean to say that to like discount your experience. I just mean like I get on stage for attention every single night. Like I have fans, so not to be like gross about it, but like I have people that give me attention every single day. So, but like for someone who's like maybe a little bit more in living a normal life, their wedding day, and this is like about them. This is their night to have their name in the marquee. You know what I mean? Send the text. I like that you said be overly nice. Give her the out, because if it's stressing her out and stressing you out, you don't want somebody around that's going to be making you feel like, even, by the way, this text should be like either giving her an out or a wake-up call to her to act right. You shouldn't be telling her that, but like that's what this text message should do. She should either, after getting this text message, politely decline from being one of your bridesmaids and still come to the wedding and be a good time, or show her true colors and like snap at you and be like, fuck you. Weddings, everybody loses a friend while they're getting married. I think it happened. I hear about it all the time. Or she's going to get this text and be like, you know what? I haven't been showing up for you in the way that you showed up for me. And maybe she'll recognize that. That's my hopeful thinking. And that she'll start acting right. I would be hopeful to say that's going to happen. I'm going to say that probably isn't going to happen. And what you're probably going to get is her saying she's not coming to the wedding, and be prepared for that, and be prepared for this friendship to end, because these types of things, especially in girl world, get very, very, feisty and angry fast, and a lot of friendship baggage comes up during this process. So just want you to be prepared. But I say definitely send the text message. You are absolutely Gorgenia. I love your, oh my gosh. And also, I hate to say this. Okay, I'm going to give one note. Your fiance is hot. Okay. I am very attracted to him, but I do notice that he, I think, is shaving his beard a little bit too high up on his neck. And I think that it should just be 2 fingers down from his jawline. He's doing it, I think, right at the jawline. And if you're into that, sweetheart, you're into that. But I just don't think
it gives chin strap.
It gives a little chin strap, but I think that's what's happening here. Or it's, I don't know. Maybe
I'm not looking at it, so
I know. Let's just take a quick look.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a little bit on the jawline, and I can tell how handsome he is, and you're absolutely gorgeous, but maybe that's my advice to your fiance that you didn't ask for. Okay, let's look at the other pictures. Oh, yeah, this girl's a problem. Yeah, she looks incredible in her wedding dress, and this picture of you, I don't love the bland color of bridesmaids dresses. Oh my God, a girl from my high school got married, and she looked so pretty. Shout out Kelsey. She'll never hear this. We were in the same grade. I have not spoken to her in 10 10 years. Sometimes I think we like each other's stuff, but her wedding looked so beautiful. I was actually like, oh my God, this is crazy. You ever get like jealous of like, I haven't spoken to this person. We actually weren't even close in high school, but I can't believe I wasn't at the wedding.
You don't have to finish that statement. Just
by the way, like
yes.
I'm not even like, there's no reason for me to be at the wedding. I'm like, oh, sad.
Right.
But her bridesmaids, which were all the girls I went to high school with, they all looked incredibly gorgeous. The coloring was beautiful. So if anybody from my high school is listening to this, shout out to Kelsey from my high school. Her wedding looked beautiful. She looked beautiful and she chose incredible bridesmaids dresses. Yeah, I don't like your friend's bridesmaid dress on you. You look gorgeous at the wedding, but you know, it almost felt like she was like, I want my bridesmaids to be bland. But I can tell just by the pictures that she's a problem.
Can I tack on to what you were saying?
Can I quickly just say this? The second photo of you and your fiance head on, goo goo gaga, girl, I would marry him too. And you're wearing this cute ass hat. You guys are gonna make it. I can feel it. What is he? 6'5"? Sweetheart. What are we gonna say? What were you gonna say?
Yes to everything you just said.
Yeah.
Right. I've read a lot of these nightmare stories on Reddit, which doesn't give me a lot. But what I can tell you is that almost every single one of those incredibly negative interactions could have been handled by calling instead of texting.
Yeah. Caller. You know what? You're right.
Conversation over the phone.
Because a text is aggressive.
A text is aggressive, and also there are so many different tones that you can read a text in.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I was agreeing with her, but you're absolutely right. If I was thinking in my right mind and I wasn't in Portland with my brains being sucked up by the negative energy, I'm telling you, Randall's right. Give her a call. Let her hear your voice and the non-threatening tone that you're talking into.
Because you want this to be the best situation for both of you.
I agree. Call her. And I know it's scarier to call her. And none of us have ever
100%.
done it. I totally get it. I mean, I've done it because I grew up in I was born in 1994. So listen, like some of us grew up without cell phones.
Yep.
So I love a phone call. Let your friend hear your voice. Let her hear that you are not angry with her, that you are genuinely giving her an out, and this isn't a rude text message. Even because with girls, even smiley faces, best intentions text messages come out as swords.
Yep.
You need to call her. I'm so glad you said that, Randall. You're absolutely right. Give her a call. And fuck your hot boyfriend because you two look good together.
Fuck him for us.
Yeah, fuck him for us. Yeah, I noticed that you didn't put in how big his dick is, and that's good for you, girl. That's respectful, okay? A lot of these bitches be messaging, but it's respectful, but I make them do it. I go, tell me how big the guy's dick is. Okay, so now we're doing this is absolutely, we're back to the emails, and we're doing roulette. Okay, this one says first date. Carlos. Ooh, maybe a boy. This is fun.
Okay.
Oh, this says please read in the Patreon. Otherwise, don't read it. Okay. What, Carlos? And this is called respecting your wishes because I'm actually a good person. Okay. Hook up with strange fetish.
Done.
Oh, this is fun.
Let's do it.
Please keep me anonymous. Hi, Dylan. Tier 1 Girlino here. I love my Tier 1 girls. Obsessed with Feelin Girlie, and some of this is bad. You are so fucking funny. Oh my God, thank you so much, and thank you for listening to both podcasts. It means the world to me. Anyways, let's start. I've been hooking up with this hot Australian pilot who's 6'5" with a thick 8-inch cock. Oh, love that.
Big fan.
A big fan. I bet he's uncut too because he's Australian. Love that even more. Wish I could send a pic, but I don't have consent. Good for you for not sending the dick pic because you don't have consent. He's super dirty in bed, which I love, and we connect so well on all things sexually. Recently, I asked him if he had any fantasies or kink that I didn't know about. He told me that he wants me to dress up like a kitty cat and fuck me while I'm wearing a tail.
Huh.
Yes. Like a butt plug tail.
Yeah.
He told me the cat ears, collar, and tail turn him on. Not gonna lie, this threw me for a loop. I've been around the block because I'm a bit of a slut and thought I had come across all kinds of kinks and nothing would surprise me, but wasn't expecting a tail fetish to be thrown my way.
It sounds like a furry fetish.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm generally very open in bed and will try things at least once, but I don't know about how I'm supposed to fulfill his fantasy without bursting out into laughter and frankly getting the ick. Is he a freak for being into this? Am I a freak to do it? Should I fulfill his wildest fantasy and keep having top tier sex with him, or do I kick this kitty cat loving guy to the curb? Please, pics included. Also tell me if he's even hot because I've known to be into guys who aren't actually that good looking. I could just be blind by his accent and cock. Thank you and love you. Hi, Ariel and Josh. Hi. Okay, you're gorgeous. I'm wondering are this hair extensions or your real hair? You look cool. I'm going to say this with so much love. You are blinded by the accent. Sweetheart. Sweetheart. When you said Australian pilot with a thick 8-inch cock,
I gotta
this
see.
is not what I was expecting. Ariel, if this, you can see this, just...
Oh, he's not bad.
I'm not saying he's bad.
I mean...
He's cute. I could see myself having sex with this man. I really could. But...
Looks a little bit like Greg Giraldo.
Not
Cut
as
that if
hot.
you need to.
No, it's fine. Sweetheart. If you're having fun, have fun.
Yeah.
This is not a man I would put a tail on for. And that is just my own personal opinion. By the way, let's just go over this quickly. I don't think you're a freak for doing it. I don't think he's a freak for wanting it. I think this is like not that crazy from what I've heard from other people and what they're into. This is not that crazy. You're gorgeous. I can guarantee you that you could pull off. Don't tell me you haven't been a sexy kitten for Halloween, okay? I know you have. Put on those fucking things, put your tail on, and let them fuck you like a cat and lick your fucking hands like their paws, okay? Have fun with it. If you want to do it, if it's really that good of a connection, this is not that crazy of a kink, and I think could be really fun. Unless you don't want to do it, which it sounds like you're really not into it, then you don't have to. This is not a man I would put a tail on for. To me, he's not, but I can't see him in person. You know, sometimes pictures aren't the best. But I know girls usually send the best picture they have available, so I can only imagine it's worse than this.
I hope he's not a fan.
He'll never know.
He'll never know. That's true.
He'll never. Honey, if he's a fan of this and you didn't know, he's gay. You know, there's no reason.
Yeah.
I know we actually do have some straight male listeners, or at least one. But yeah, of course. Even if you're a straight guy listening to this, you are like jerking off, hoping that I'd look at your cock, which I would. Okay. He's not ugly. I didn't mean to react like that, but I just when you said Australian 8-inch cock, I had a picture in my head, and then it wasn't this. He's cute, but no. I mean, do it if you want to do it. But. Are you a freak? Am I a freak to do it? No, but don't do it if you're going to laugh during the middle of it, because that might hurt his feelings.
But like saying that ahead of time might alleviate some tension.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, I might laugh out of nervousness because I've never done this before. Is this guy going to be your boyfriend? You know what? Just do it.
Just do it.
Honestly, do it and email us back and let us know, because this is like a fun thing. I bet he's hotter in person.
Also, this might unlock something about you didn't know.
Yeah. What if you'd like being fucked like a little kitty cat?
Yeah.
That could be very true. I hope it wasn't too mean about the guy. I just wasn't expecting that. You would look so cute as a cat, though. You would look so good as a cat. Okay. Let's do another one. Matched with a hot OnlyFans guy on Tinder. Oh, fun. Hey, Dylan, Tier 1 girly here from the UK. I love your podcast so much. Please come to the UK one day. I'm so sorry this is really long, but I need your help. Please, can you keep my name anonymous? Also, please don't be mean to me, because I'm really sensitive and I will cry. Thank you. Thank you for that boundary, and thank you for giving me that warning. I really appreciate it. I will absolutely try my best to be as nice as possible. And, okay, let's go. I recently got out of a 12-year relationship. My ex, Ben, started dating... With my ex, Ben. I started dating Ben when I was 21. We met at work. I lost my virginity to him. He's the only person I've ever slept with. Before that, I had kissed maybe 2 or 3 people. Since then, nothing. The sex with Ben wasn't great. He has a very average dick, nothing to write home about. He never made me orgasm. I always had to use a vibrator afterwards, but he was a nice person for a while.
This is
12
rough.
years and he never made you orgasm, babe. I'm not going to be mean. I feel sad.
No, yeah.
About 6 months ago, my dad died. I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
That's so hard to go through. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with that. He was an alcoholic. We weren't in contact before he died, so the grieving process was really tough. Of course, that makes it even harder. It's so conflicting to have to, we don't all have perfect relationships with our parents, and then when they pass, it's something that you really will probably think about for the rest of your life, not in like a negative way, but you'll be dealing with this for a very long time, and I'm so sorry about that. So much was unresolved, and I brought it up a lot of painful memories. Ben was aware of this, obviously, but started cheating on me a couple of weeks after my dad died with a woman from work.
Fucking cool.
Yeah, men are the worst. He was away on work trips almost every other week for months. I think I knew in the back of my head what was going on, but I didn't want to see it at the time. He broke up with me, and 1 month later, I spread my dad's ashes to start a relationship with a woman he'd been seeing. He broke up with me. Yeah, so he broke up with you. So to start a new relationship. I couldn't sleep and barely ate for a long time, but I did lose weight, so I look great now. My audience is so me. Okay, you girl, you are so me. I love that. I mean, not that everything happened to you, but I get it. I moved out of Ben's house and into a small, cute town nearby, living with 3 girls in their 20s. Oh, it's young, fun, full of coffee shops, and our house is right next to a beautiful park. I started to feel good again. I'm still grieving, but I love waking up alone. I love my space. I love not having a man around. I found a great therapist and joined a women's running club. I have 2 close friends that got me through the worst of it, and I discovered your podcast was honestly really helped me more than therapy at times. Oh, that's so sweet. It was literally the only thing that made me happy when I was at my lowest point, and now that I'm up to date on my episodes, I look forward to Thursdays so much. Every week when there is a new episode comes out, I make coffee and head to the park, and I listen to a podcast as I'm walking around the lake. It's the best part of my week, and I aspire to have my own suck shack one day. Babe, thank you so much for saying that. That is literally absolutely the sweetest thing. That is the thing that's been shocking me the most about this podcast is the amount of girls that I had a woman come up to me the other day and was like, I love the podcast. And she said, thank you for making us feel normal. And I was like, I just thought we were having fun and reading these emails and whatever. And I the fact that it's actually helping some of you girls is like, means the world to me, and it genuinely, I can't even express it. I'm so happy. I love the fact that you took charge of your own life. I can already tell that whatever you just went through the last 12 years, number one, you are never going to put yourself in that position ever again. You moved in with these young 20-year-old girls and you started a women's running club. Like, you are doing everything that you should be doing to make an incredible life happen.
Absolutely.
Okay. As I'm single now, I downloaded Tinder. Oh my God, I forgot what the actual email is about. I'm definitely not ready to be in a serious relationship yet, but I thought it would be fun to go on dates and be a little bit slutty for a while. Fuck yes. Also, be careful with the suck shack stuff. I did it because I'm a man. I can kick guys out. I don't know if I told you this, but my apartment used to be called the suck shack, so I used to suck off all these random guys in my studio apartment all the time in Austin. It was literally the hottest thing ever. Sometimes I literally still jerk off to it thinking about it. Sometimes I love, okay, whatever. I had just I had lost a bunch of weight and was finally hot for the first time and was sucking all these really hot dudes' dicks off. And it was just it was so hot. It was crazy. Okay.
Also, if you'll hear beeping in the background, someone's bringing the truck into the main part of the studio.
It's okay. They'll be okay. You know. Listen, they normally have my roommates coming in and the dogs barking and the mailman coming. At my house, it's nuts. So this is nothing. I've been on 4 dates so far, but they were all kind of boring and I didn't feel attracted to anyone. So I kept hearing you say that we should only speak to really hot guys. So I started talking to Ryan. Ryan is 29 and literally the hottest man I've ever seen in my life. He was way out of my league. I couldn't believe we matched. We both said early on that we were looking for something casual, but then it got a bit confusing. Ryan texts me constantly, morning, day, and night. I love texting, but even for me, it's intense. After a couple of weeks of things got a bit flirty and one message led to the other, and suddenly we were sexting every day. There was a hot sexual tension. After a while, I started feeling suspicious that Ryan might have an OnlyFans, so out of curiosity, I searched for him online, and sure enough, he does. Honestly, I'm not surprised. It is so hot, and his dick is gorgenia. I know I've only slept with one person, but even I can tell it's a beautiful dick. Ryan sends me videos of himself jerking off most days, and they're incredible. Sometimes he comes on himself, other times on a mirror. It's glorious. He's never said anything about an OnlyFans, and I haven't said anything about it yet. I don't know whether to say or not. To be honest, I do enjoy the videos, and I only want a casual relationship right now, so I feel like it really doesn't matter to me. I really want to meet him in person, but he's being kind of weird about meeting up. He says he wants to see me all the time, but it's so hard to make plans with him. Okay. There is a chance that there is somebody catfishing you, downloading his videos off of OnlyFans and sending you his OnlyFans videos that you might not be talking to this actual person. Yep. I'm not saying this because you're not worthy of talking to a person like this. I haven't even seen pictures or anything like that right now. This literally is this is a very catfishy thing. I want you to know right now. I would not. I hope you're not. Please don't send him anything else. Mm-hmm. If he asks for money, do not send money. Mm-hmm. I would actually tell you to subscribe to this guy's OnlyFans. I want you to know because I want to know if he is sending you the same videos that are being posted on OnlyFans because there's a very, very good chance that this guy is sending those to you, and it's not actually him. I'm very suspicious of this immediately because especially since, listen, someone who's on OnlyFans is not weird about sex and is not weird about meeting up.
No.
This is a very, very strange behavior, especially weeks and weeks and weeks. I know this seems like, how could this actually happen? There are creeps, ghouls, and goblins all over this world who are using other people's pictures and videos like this to catfish, to see people like you naked or get money out of them. You deserve to be having the best sex of your life, and you have no time to be dealing with somebody who's going to be weird about meeting up and only sending videos. If you haven't already, you need to download OnlyFans and you need to subscribe to this guy's account and look at the videos and see if they're the same videos of him jerking off. And honestly, I would message the guy on there to confirm. But it's hard for to make plans with him. One time he did agree for us to meet up on a Saturday afternoon. I was getting an Uber over to his place, but he canceled at the last minute. He's catfishing.
He's catfishing you.
But he canceled last minute. His excuse is that he helps care for his uncle who has dementia, and sometimes his mom will call for random helps at times, which might be true, but I don't know. Every now and then I tell myself I'm done and stop replying, but then he sends a cute message or a video and we're back to sexting within the hour. The constant messaging but reluctant to meet is so confusing. I don't understand what he wants from me. This morning he agreed to meet on Thursday this week, which would be July 3rd, but I feel like he will cancel in the nearer time. Should I give up talking to him? He's so hot. I would sell my left kidney to sleep with him. See, that's the problem. The problem is, unless he's making personalized videos saying your name, responding to things, if this guy's on OnlyFans and he is making videos like this, these could be incredibly generic videos that this creator is making, and jerk off videos and things like that seem super personal to you, but are just going on this guy's OnlyFans, and this other person is ripping them and sending them to you to make it seem like you're having a relationship with somebody that you're actually not.
And I can tell you, from as somebody who works in AV, you need roughly 15 minutes of tutorials on YouTube to learn how to do this.
It's not hard at all.
It's not hard.
Should I give up and stop talking to him? He's so hot, but I just don't know if it's ever going to happen. I feel like I've made it really clear I only want casual relationships, so I don't understand what's going on. I'm also a bit worried that someone else could be using Ryan's pictures to catfish me because they are all over the internet, not just on OnlyFans. You are being catfished. Am I being really silly by continuing to talk to him? Please be honest with me. Attached are pictures of me, pictures of Ben, and pictures of Ryan. I have sent a dick pic that he posts them on Reddit to promote his OnlyFans, which anyone can see. Hope that's okay. Love you. Okay. Well, I'm excited. She made collages. She made collages. Okay. We need to have a quick conversation. Oh my God. I feel sick. I just saw a picture of your ex. Sweetheart, you are so pretty. It's crazy that you were acting like this.
Oh, is this hot girl that does another hot?
This is hot girl who doesn't know she's hot.
Oh,
look how pretty this girl is.
Holy shit.
You're gorgeous. And I'm going to say something that maybe is going to be inappropriate. You also have that like young girl look that guys love. I hate to say that. Guys love like teens. You're not just, okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. You have low self-esteem because of your ex.
Yeah.
Look at her ex. Nasty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared of your ex. I genuinely am looking at pictures of him. I'm not being mean to you. I'm being mean to your ex.
Yeah.
He has long hair and it's receding. He does not have a cute face. He never made you come. This is not a good man. I can't believe.
I have to imagine
Oh my God, I just realized she's in her 30s.
Yeah.
She's in her 30s. You look 19 in these pictures.
Let's see, she met them when they were 21, so she'd be 33.
Babe, if this is you right now and you're not on filters, you are crazy for me talking to yourself the way that you're talking about yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm literally zoomed in on you right now. You're literally so pretty. It's crazy. Let me tell you something right now. But the way that you're talking about yourself, I can tell. I'm looking at your ex right now.
Your ex did a fucking number on you.
That was exactly what I was about to say, Randall. Your ex did a fucking number on you.
Yeah.
This guy, I don't know what he said to you to make you feel so bad about yourself, but I can guarantee you none of them are true.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about everything that you're going through. This guy, you are absolutely being catfished by this other guy. Oh my God, he does have a huge dick and blackout tattoos.
He's got blackout tattoos?
Yeah. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. You're being catfished.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm only saying that. By the way, you could fuck a guy like this, no problem.
Oh,
This guy is not out of your league whatsoever.
No.
But you are being catfished. He does have a fat uncut cock, and it's got to be at least 8 inches, which is great.
I mean, I will say, like, especially seeing that, he sent you a collage of fairly...
I think she made the collage.
Either way, the pictures are fairly well lit.
No, these are only fan pictures.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, those are if that's what he's sending you OnlyFans pictures.
Yeah.
Like those are modeling pictures.
Well, no, we have to have so two things. One, you are doing everything right. You need to block this number.
Yeah.
I would at first. I want you to go to OnlyFans, subscribe to his page. It is completely anonymous. He'll never know it's you if it is actually him. I want you to look at the videos that he's been sending you, see if they're on the OnlyFans page. I'm a 99.9% sure that you were being catfished right now. That actually, to me, isn't even the big problem. And once you confirm that you've been being catfished, you know what? Honestly, regardless, block this guy's number even if you aren't being catfished because he's fucking breadcrumbing you and dragging you along. I'm almost 100% sure you are being catfished. But if I'm the 0.1% chance that I'm wrong and you're not being catfished and he just has to help his uncle, which is a very convenient excuse. I don't know too many nephews with an 8-inch dick who are helping their uncles get help with like dementia or whatever. It sounds like bullshit to me.
Yeah.
But regardless, you need to block this number regardless because you are too pretty and have already gone through too much bullshit with your ex to be not actually going out and having fun.
Right.
You are literally doing everything right. I guarantee you, get off I don't even get off Tinder, but like you shouldn't be talking to somebody for weeks who isn't going to meet up with you. You should talk to somebody for a day and have set plans to meet up with them. I do want you to keep going with only scrolling on people who are an absolute yes. If you see them and you want to fuck them, that's a yes. And we're not swiping on anybody that we're giving a chance to. You've given a chance of your life for 12 years on a guy who didn't deserve it. Let's go forward and have only fun, casual sex because right now you're wasting your time with somebody who's breadcrumbing you, probably catfishing you, and you are too pretty and too cool to be dealing with this. You also go out with those 20-year-old girls you live with if they go out and meet some fucking 25-year-old stud and let him fuck the shit out of you.
Because like, here's the thing: we've seen what you look like. I can tell you right now. Not even. I'm a dude, so I have some inkling.
He's gay, but he's a dude.
Yeah, I have some inkling of how this would work. Any man looking at a picture of you would be at your house in an hour
100%.
to rail you.
100%.
No one is going to let someone that looks like you sit there for weeks.
I also want to talk to you about this quickly is that like, to me, the problem is not your ex. The problem is, these are all contributing factors and it's not the OnlyFans guy. You don't realize your own worth.
Yeah.
Think about what you've gone through. You dealt with the death of your father. I can't believe you thought I was going to be mean to you. You dealt with the death of your father. You went through a relationship with a guy who is you are so way out of your ex's league. It's crazy. And he cheated on you. You have done so much work on yourselves to transform your life, to move in with these girls, start over, start this run club, everything. I don't know if maybe you were on the heavier side for a while. I mean, you mentioned that you lost weight and you feel better about yourselves. I totally get that because when you're on the heavier side for a while, you stop thinking that you're pretty or good looking or anyone could be attracted to you. Wake up, sweetheart. You're pretty now.
Yeah.
And you need to work on this self-worth issue because you are not living in reality thinking that guy's out of your league. You are so much prettier than you think you are and also motivated, driven, resilient, smart, strong. There are so many things other than pretty and you are all of them combined. And to top it all off, you're from the UK and have an accent, bitch, okay?
Yeah.
You have so much to offer. Stop wasting your time with guys who are canceling at the last minute. Block him. There's a guy much hotter than this who will fuck the shit out of you tonight if you start doing this. But you have to, this is a test from God. When I say God, I'm talking about Elizabeth Gilbert, God. How long are you willing? This is like, here's a hot guy. Are you willing to give up your life for it again? Are you willing to wait for this guy again like you did with your ex? And what's going to go on? Cut it off. We're only hanging out with people who are hot as shit, who are down to hang out. Got it? You are absolutely incredible. Please give us an update. I'm pretty sure you're being catfished. But I love you so much and I would never be mean to a girl like you. Okay? And it actually wasn't even that long. So sending a lot of love. What are we at time?
Hopefully it made you cry in a good way.
Yeah.
57.
Okay, guys, we're going to move over to the Patreon. It's patreon.com/feelingirliepod. Remember, if you want to send it in an email, it's going to be feelingirliepod@gmail.com. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming out to the shows. Make sure to check out my live dates on my punch-up link and all of my bios on social media. We got to move over to, there's so many good emails. Sorry, we have to move over to the Patreon. We love you guys. Bye.